the brightest future.
Yeah.
And a team that your viewers are going to love this is Indonesia.
Indonesia, baby, let's go. I was going to say the same thing.
Indonesia, smash the like button. I think we're seeing a serious power shift inside. Let's just focus on Southeast Asia for a second, all right? Vietnam have kind of been on top while Park Hang-seo was the manager for the past couple years. Thailand were right behind, and Indonesia was kind of like battling Malaysia for like third place. Now I think we're seeing, at the past Asian Cup, the first time that they've made the knockouts in their history, massive deal. The fact that they just booty spanked arch rivals Vietnam so bad they sacked Trossier.
Yeah.
And are basically confirmed to round 3 of World Cup qualifying. Now, that might be where the story ends, but that still is a massive improvement from years prior. And we're looking at their U23 team, which just beat South Korea earlier today on penalties and qualified for the Olympics. I want to say the first time ever. Somebody check me. It might not be the first time, but they're in the semifinals now. And damn near half the starting 11 that's in the U23 team was in the Asian Cup.
Oh, yeah.
That's how young they are, man.
They're the youngest team at the Asian Cup as well, and they made the knockouts, and they kind of collapsed against Australia, but
it's Asian La Masia, bro.
Dude, it's insane right now, and a lot of that is because of their dual national program, which has completely transformed Indonesia, and it's something that Vietnam, they don't have a dual nat program. Malaysia does, but he's not bringing in the same amount of talent as Indonesia. And I think also with Indonesia, you see a country that is so football crazed, they're willing to invest the resources into getting the program where it needs to be. Is it corrupt as hell? You goddamn right. But at least there's going to be positive movement, and we can see that at the youth level and at the senior level. So I think Indonesia, will they qualify for 2026? I don't think they will, but I think they will qualify for the next World Cup in 2030, and I think they will make the knockouts again in the 2027 Asian Cup.
Yeah.
You stole my pick completely, and that's not to pander to my viewers or anything, but I also took the question the same way. Future, just what team has a really good youth coming up through the ranks? I do think it's Indonesia, and I agree, man. Like, World Cup qualification, especially in Asia, is brutal. It's brutal, and it's unfortunate, but I do think they won't be able to qualify into the tournament. But still, the fact that they're already doing so well, that they've got Vietnam's number not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row is just such a big statement. And then you top that with what we're seeing at the U23 Asian Cup right now. It's really, really positive.
Beat Australia.
It's really good, man. And I think it's worth noting, so I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah, it's a hell of a pick. If you look at where Indonesia were 4 years ago and where they are now, probably the most improved team across the entire planet. And, Panama could also be up there.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, it's crazy how good Indonesia have gotten, considering how low in the rankings that they were literally just even a year or 2 years ago. But yeah, it's because of how young they are, man, and because of that dual national program. Ivar Jenner, Justin Hoopman, Marcelo Ferdinand. I was so impressed. Seriously, I could not believe how good Indonesia were, considering that they're basically, at the time, a nobody country in the footballing world. So now that they're already making an impact at these youth tournaments and at the Asian Cup where they qualify for the knockout round, it's incredible what they've been able to achieve. It's a perfect pick. Indonesia, definitely one of the brightest futures in the world.
And they won the esports Asian Cup.
They did win the esports AFC Asian Cup.
So they're also good on the
They beat Japan.
They should have been the first point.
They good on the